All right, everyone, good evening. I'm Ricardo Ferrari from San Diego, California. Welcome for coming to our webinar this evening. We usually come here on Tuesdays and also on Thursdays. And then on Sunday, we usually do the training or we pick a special subject amongst everything that we do. And this evening, we are going to spend some time talking about one of the specific platforms, the income platforms that we are working with. Many of you know that we are working with the Credit Star Funding Platform, which is the company that provides funding to entrepreneurs, people that need $20,000 to $250,000 to run their business, to grow their business, or to be able to make investments, come into Forex, come into Bitcoin trading, arbitrage, and all of the things that today are possible with artificial intelligence platforms. So we're becoming very, very sophisticated at vetting systems that are real, in meeting their teams, in interacting with corporate teams or different AI systems that are really proven to generate a lot of money. And also in Atlanta, Georgia, next month on the 22nd, we're launching our own proprietary Forex platform that will produce around 25% per month leverage. And I know that a lot of you are excited about that particular platform. We're going to launch it specifically at the Atlanta webinar, the Atlanta seminar. The trading team is going to be there. It's very important that you're there as well. Now, if you can make it to that seminar, that doesn't mean you're going to be left out of the platform. But the reason we're launching it offline, because we want to make it real. We want to make sure that you meet the trading team, that you are explained exactly how everything works. We're doing everything in our power to really give you confidence that it's really going to work. And we want to stay away from a lot of the questions that usually are associated with Ponzi's online, right? So when you see the trading teams and you see what we're doing behind the scenes, it's going to give you a lot of confidence that that is something that you can rely on. Now, tonight, we're going to talk about Bitcoin arbitrage. That's a very, very important subject because a lot of money can be made there. I entered the industry of cryptocurrency about 3 years ago. Overall, I've been an investor, a marketing professional, an entrepreneur since the last 28, 29 years full-time as a multiple 6 to 7 figure income earner. But when I entered into cryptocurrency in the January 2016, actually, the whole thing exploded on me. I mean, the demand in this industry is just so huge, it's just so big, people are so interested that my business just went through the roof. And then in 2017, really exploded because we watched Bitcoin go from $2,000 to $20,000. And so we all know what those bubbles are, right? There are periods of times where Bitcoin goes through the roof and a bunch of people make a lot of millions of dollars. And I was in that run at that particular time. Then Bitcoin relaxed. Now it's back into the $11,000, $12,000 area. So a lot can be done with that. Now, arbitrage and trading do not depend on Bitcoin price. They just don't. Arbitrage is buying Bitcoin from one exchange and selling it for a higher price on another exchange, regardless of what the daily price is. There are always fluctuations between exchanges. That creates a huge business. A good arbitrage trader can do 20 to 30% a day. So if you ever meet a platform that can give you 20, 30, 40% a month, or one that gives you 10% a month, and maybe referrals, depending upon how they are set up, usually a lot of money can be made. And Forex, same thing. You're buying a currency for a price, you sell it for another price, you're enjoying the spread. Good Forex trader can make 10, 20, 30% a day. And we are going to have our own platform that is going to be a lot more conservative than that, but a lot less edgy and a lot safer and a lot more stable. So we have so much going. We are so excited. Credit Star Funding, on the funding end of it, we are completely exploding. We're going viral right now. We're taking in about someplace between 1,000 to 2,000 applications every single month. It's going to get better and better. We are working day and night to put systems in the back end to be able to sustain the volume. So far, so good. Everyone gets processed and called within 72 hours. When you guys come to Atlanta, Georgia, you're going to meet the CTO, the IT team, and the customer service manager that's behind it all. His name is Bill Ebert. So we have a lot going. Tonight, we are going to talk about Cloud Token. Cloud Token is a big deal. The more I work with that platform, the more I go deep into the due diligence, the more I work with it, the more I know about it, the more I get excited. A lot of money can be made. Now, some of the team members that brought us into that program were supposed to be on this webinar tonight. I see no sign of them. I don't know why. Sometimes something happens, family or whatever it is. But Luigi Bruni is a couple of levels up from me. In 90 days, he was able to go from $0 to $10,000 a day with this particular program. He is going at it really, really strong and very heavy on the referral marketing end. I'm going at it more from the investment type of end. So my income is not as aggressive, but within 90 days, I'm definitely into the mid multiple six. And consequently, I like an organic growth in what I'm doing. And I really like that pace, and I'm very happy with it. I just looked at my wallet yesterday. There was hundreds of people in that organization now. And I'm very, very happy with what's going on with Cloud Token. So I'm going to share some information with you guys, and then we can open up for questions a little bit later. But let me share a screen with you guys, and let me get to the meat and potatoes of this particular program. So we are doing what we're doing because we love to make money by growing money, right? We make money work for us, because if you plan to work for money, good luck with that. 95% of people fail in business, and only 7% of people make $100,000 a year. So there is a better world out there, and this is this world. This particular platform was launched by a highly intelligent person. This is a computer science engineer with different, college education in computer science. He won the #1 award for the technology, or one of the technology that is attached to this platform at the World Blockchain Forum in China, which is the biggest blockchain forum in the world. And this man, I have watched several videos. Some of my friends flew to Singapore to meet him. I have videos of him. When he talks, the more he talks, when you listen to this guy, he really has a lot going for himself. He really knows what he's doing. And when you look at this program and you look at the way it's laid out, they really have some of the major answers that right now up to this program were not possible in cryptocurrency. One of the biggest problems in cryptocurrency is transaction time. In cryptocurrency itself, that is dependent on servers and miners, it's inherently slow. I mean, Bitcoin can only transact 7 transactions per second. So cryptocurrency per se, it's more of an asset class more than an actually currency. Now, token can be currency, but they have to be transferred into Bitcoin or Ethereum to be transferred into US dollars. So there are thousands of tokens on CoinMarketCap that are really not worth anything because they don't have enough handshakes with Bitcoin, or they don't have any backing whatsoever. Now, the token that you're going to earn in this platform, and you cannot buy these tokens, by the way, this is not an ICO. ICOs are illegal in the United States and in many other countries because they're highly speculative, because coins, when they're backed by nothing, they're like air, right? So it's a very speculative price. So this is not this is not an ICO. You cannot buy Cloud Token. You can only earn it through their trading system, right? So you put Bitcoin into the wallet, which in my opinion is now making all other wallets obsolete, because why should you buy or why you should engage in any wallet online, including blockchain? When you put your cryptocurrency in there, they don't give you anything. This company trades it for you or do arbitrage, and they give you 10% on your deposit. And so you're allowed to put in $50,000 in Bitcoins and $50,000 in Ethereum. So we are capped at that per account. Still, that is a substantial amount of money. That is nearly $100,000 that you can draw at 10% yourself on it, which is about $10,000 a month. Now, if you know how to compound that, which I'm going to show in the spreadsheet in just a second, that can turn into a lot of money really fast. And if you can refer 3 or 4 or 5 people and do the same thing, then you are in the big bucks. Now, the referral plan that is attached to Cloud Token is much more expanded than what I just explained to you, okay? It goes wider, it goes deeper. But even if it doesn't for you specifically, because 95% of people will never build a large organization, you can still make a tremendous amount of money, as you're about to see. So the technology behind Cloud Token is going to eventually, they're working on a global merchant account system that can be used by companies like Apple or Expedia. They're talking to a lot of companies like that. The application of Cloud Token can now be downloaded from the Apple Store and Google Play. Usually they go through a vetting system. And so your ability to earn Cloud Token has different leverage mechanisms that are very, very important. But most of all, Cloud Token can transact 33,000 transactions per second, which we have a video demonstration of that, which is also like Visa, it's only 22,000. So it's destined to become kind of the cryptocurrency version of transaction. I mean, this is how you're going to buy your Starbucks coffee. Because right now, if you buy Starbucks with a Bitcoin, it's a 10 minutes wait just to clear the transaction. Or you go to Best Buy and buy a television, or you go to Walmart and buy something, okay? You're going to have to sit there for 10 minutes for the transaction to clear. This is not going to happen in Cloud Token. It's going to have to be a lot faster than that. It's going to have to match the credit card industry, which eventually is really going to go away. When crypto credits then come into the picture, credit cards are destined to be defunct. It's going to be an obsolete type of situation because everybody hates them. Number one, it's like they give you limits, and number two, they charge you 18 to 22% or up to 28%, and people really hate that, including myself. So this company is adding into different transfer technology and cryptocurrency technology, and because of their speed, they are ahead of the game. Now, also, they're giving away with server technology. This is all done through cell phones, which is much, much, much faster than servers. And consequently, they have something that is exclusive and that no one else in the world has. Now, let's talk about how you're going to make money with this. You are going to get a wallet. You're going to go to cloudtoken.com with the 10-digit number of the person that invited you to this webinar. You're going to download this wallet for free, and it uses a Jarvis trading technology. Whatever Bitcoins you're going to put in there, your minimum is $500. You have to maintain the $500. So you should put in like $600 or $700. Make sure the Bitcoin doesn't fluctuate on you if you want to see commissions. And now this wallet is they're going to take the money. They're going to back it with Ethereum. So it's not going to be an empty purchase. You can withdraw your money anytime. But if you leave it in there, it's going to start trading someplace between 6 and 12%. They're being conservative. It has been averaging about 10% pretty consistently. So if you put a couple of $1,000s in there, you're going to make $200 every month. If you put $20,000, you're going to make $2,000 every month. But it doesn't end there. They give you 100% matching on your customers. Okay? We have a lot of customers that want to come into this industry. All you got to do is let them know about this, and now you can match them 100%. So if you have 3 people that come in at $2,000, they're going to make $200, and you are going to make the $200 on them as well. Then on the third tier, you're going to match at 50%, and the second tier and the third tier, you're going to match at 5%, and it goes way deeper than that. But even if we leave it at that, there is an enormous amount of money to be made right there. Because my experience is that people want to put some money into this. The average person that talks to me want to come in between $5,000 and $25,000. Nobody is interested in doing this stuff for the little money. And consequently, that's what I'm finding that the average is. Now, some people will start with $500 to just get familiar, watch their money grow a little bit. And then all of a sudden, you will see that people are going to start increasing their input into this platform because basically they're here to make more money. So all these $500, $1,000 entrants that you may see, those are all test runs that people will do for the first couple of weeks. So now, as you grow, as this organization gets into viral mode, because that's what this has a tendency to do, that this is an extremely reactive program. I mean, you put it out there, people love this concept. And consequently, when the market wants something, you better be there and give it to them. And I don't see any other momentum in any marketing segments right now that is as strong as this one. But as soon as you have 200K in volume yourself, they call you a C1. And as a C1, below the third level, you're going to receive an additional 5%. And then if you have 3 C1 in your team, let's say you have 3 legs at 200,000, now you become a C2 and so on and so forth. And it goes all the way up to 20%. So that third tier, it's going to grow from 5 to 10 to 15 to an extra $20,000. And if you do your job correctly, if you start referring, if you really start putting the word out, it's, for at least my experience is that this is going to move pretty fast. And you know what? I like speed. I'm excited about making money faster rather than slower. So this is really an example that it's important for you to understand. You can hold $20,000 in USD in your cloud token, and you're going to average about $10 a month. Sometimes it will be 8, sometimes it will be 12, sometimes it will be 9.5, sometimes it will be 11.2, whatever it is. But it's been very consistent at that amount, and that's $2,000 monthly. Remember, traders make a lot more than that, okay? Hypothetically, CTO can increase 10x, go from 4 cents to $4, and now you're not going to make $2,000 a month out of this $20,000. You're going to make $20,000 a month. And what if it increases 100x? Let's say it goes from 4 cents to $40. Now you're going to make $200,000 a month out of the same investment. So consequently, by putting money in this particular wallet, you have a leverage that is not available in any other wallet in the world. End of story. That's just the way it is. Now, let's look at what Cloud Token has been doing since just the past few months. On May 12, it was 30 cents. And then on the 14, it went to 34. On the 16, went to 3.45. And then, to cut the long story short, by the end of the month, was about 40 cents and change. Okay? And then in June, went up to 41. And then it almost touched 42. Then it went to 43. On June 24, went to 44. And right now, it's hanging around 0.47. So from May 12 to July the 2nd, which is about 2 weeks ago, okay, it's probably increased even more since the slide was made, this token has already increased 56%. So that $2,000, it's not really $2,000, it's already $3,000. And consequently, that's something that you really need to think about. As this token is going to go up, then the question becomes, over time, how much money are you going to make? And it's a very interesting question, because you can get your money out anytime. You can request a withdrawal, you can request a partial withdrawal, or you can withdraw it and then put it back in. Otherwise, they take the compound instead of you. And consequently, you have to understand that. Now, if you withdraw your money within the first 30 days, they're going to charge you 10%. If you wait 30 days and then you withdraw your money, whether you want out of the system or whether you want money out because you need it, then it's going to cost you nothing to take your money out, or you can take out your profits. And you can maybe spend your profits, because that's what you're here for. Or if you make enough profits, you may decide to put some profit back into Cloud Token to make a compound, because compounding is the eighth wonder of the world, as Albert Einstein said, right? And consequently, it's great. But at any time, and someplace in September, October, you're going to be able to go to an ATM and you're going to be able to draw your money in whatever country you are. In other words, your CTO will be automatically transferred into Bitcoin or Ethereum, and you can then transfer automatically into US dollars right out of an ATM. That is the biggest thing I've ever heard. That's all I needed to hear from this company to know that they were real. No one is going to launch such a thing if they don't have a huge operation behind it. And as I know, they have 5 offices in Asia. I'm going to visit the new one that they're building in Kuala Lumpur sometime in September. You guys are invited to come around. If you do the $200,000, anywhere in your group, then the trip will be paid for you automatically. So this is really, really great news. I mean, what other cryptocurrency can be stored, can be coupled to your wallet through a debit card that is already in your wallet, as long as you have the chip, right? Or you can request a branded cloud token debit card, and then you can go to an ATM and draw it out. It's really awesome. Right now, if you want to draw money, you have to put in a request. It takes about 24 hours to 48 hours to get your principal out. It takes 24 hours to get your profits out. It's working flawlessly, has been tested many times. So this platform is up and running, and it's basically trading for you. Okay, we have had some people flying to Asia unannounced, walk into those trading rooms. They were welcomed. They spend time with the traders. This is a company that really has traders, because on the internet, there is a gazillion companies that want your money and say, we'll trade it for you, we'll give you this profit, and it's nothing but a money game. It's a peer-to-PayPal type of situation. We go out of our way to make sure that we never run into that situation, okay? If we don't see the trading teams, if we don't see their technology, if we don't talk to the corporate team, we are not going to get involved, that's for sure. So we're very much on the comfort zone that this is something that we should be involved. I personally believe that this is probably one of the most profitable programs in cryptocurrency that I've ever seen. Now, I was in a mining program in 2016, 17, and 18. Still am in it, still earning money from it. But it was very hot in those days until mining slowed down. And I can tell you that out of a $3,500 item, I was selling $20,000 to $100,000 a day worth of those particular items. That's how hot this industry is. So when people see money into something, it's really moving. Some of you are going crazy. Some of you are listening on this line right now. You know who you are. You're absolutely going crazy marketing this. Some of you are just beginning to come in. Some of you, you just like the 10%. You don't like to talk to anyone. You don't like referral marketing. I understand that. I understand the challenges of it. It's not for everyone. Personally, I love marketing. I love helping other people. I love sharing. And because I've been very consistent over the years, obviously I know a lot of people, so it can build quite fast. But this is not something that is difficult to build contacts. Actually, I'm having a lot of new people that are just, I'd never know their name. They're coming out of the woodwork that want to join this. So it's nice to see when you have a situation of this nature. So let me pull up a spreadsheet here for a second, and let's go to regardless whether you got funding with Crystal funding, just for spreadsheet reasons, I just put $65,000 there. And let's say after your fees, you have $50,700 left, and you say, I want you to keep $10,000 in the bank because your payment, your loan payment is $2,100. So you got 5 or 6 months of making that loan payment. You're safe, right? And you put $40,000 at 10%, you're making $4,000 a month, guys. Okay, that's like, you know, the median American income. 75% of people in this country make $48,000 a year, which is the second largest middle class income after Singapore. Singapore is at 65,000. We're number 2. So $4,000, it's life-changing for most people, right? And of course, you have a loan payment that you need to make, and you're still clearing after the loan payment about $1,841. And that's not bad money. It will eventually accumulate over a period of time of 36 months. It will actually turn $84,000. And so maybe this is not super life-changing, but let's say that you share this with 3 people, and all of a sudden you're matching 40% because you're getting their 10% as well, and this go to 40%. Now the situation becomes highly dramatic just by talking to 6 people. If Cloud Token doesn't move away from 47 cents, okay? You are in $16,000 a month, less your loan payment, you are in $13,841. And let's say you have a job, and let's say, hey, I can put 30% of this back into the compounding, okay? You do it once a month, you withdraw every month. Let's say you're gonna compound this at 30%. If you're gonna compound this at 30%, just at 30, okay? I'm compounding at 100 right now, but you can compound at 30, right? Because maybe you need some money and I don't, okay? Now, at 30%, $40,000 at 40% a month, compounded at 30% in 36 months is $4,787,000 and change. Now, that's life-changing. I'm just talking about you with 40,000 and 3 people at 40,000. Forget about if they refer other people. Forget about if you have one of the legs going viral, like I have 2 of them going viral right now, right? And the third one for me. Forget about all that. Just on 3 people. Just on 3. And I just want to leave it at that. If the organization go viral on you, if you sponsor another Luigi, Bruni, or Riccardo Ferrari, or John Kinea, and they absolutely go crazy, okay, then you're looking at major dollars. Now, if you decide to take the CTO out because you need to make a living, some of the CTOs, or you may decide to leave it in there. You have to balance that. Why? Because of this. Because it's $47 a day. What if it goes to $10? What if it goes to $20 or something like that? So make sure that you stay conservative for a while until you let things work out. You have to hang in there, right? Don't go out and start buying cars or get a more expensive rent and all of that. So basically, guys, you really need to understand that you always have to balance out what you're going to keep in the system. In this case, you got $13,840. Let's break some number down. $13,841, right? We said that you're going to put back 30%. By 30%, you're putting back $4,152 on top of this $40,000 every single month. That's what's going to give you in 3 years, right? So you started at 13,841, right? Less, what did we say it was? $4,200, okay? You're still taking home $9,641 in cloud tokens, right? Now, you may decide to leave it in cloud tokens, or maybe just take out $4,000 or $5,000 and leave the rest of it in there in cloud token, because you want this to happen, right? You want this to happen. So you really got to know, you got to make a decision on, based on what you know on the spreadsheet, and also based on what you're making now. Some of you are making $80,000, $90,000 a month. Some of you are making $40,000 a month already in your professions. There are doctors that are coming in. We just had our first $1 million loan not too long ago. There are business people that don't necessarily need to make a living today with this stuff. They're doing it for the long term. I don't know what your situation is. I'm always looking after the underdog. I'm always looking after the lowest, common denominator type of person with a $40,000 a year income, $50,000 a year income, and a 620 credit score, okay? I love to help those people. I was an underdog once myself. The people that are in a better position, well, it's just easier, right? But this is what's possible with artificial intelligence today. Now, we even have real estate people which are usually so stuck on their 5% a year because, real estate is that solid thing that doubles every 20 years. Well, that's no big deal. I remember I was just talking to a friend of mine. He's selling a house for $700,000 here in California, and he bought it for $350,000 20 years ago. Well, that's not a lot of leverage in 20 years. It's about 4%. So when we're talking about, 10%, 20%, 40% a month, it becomes a completely different game. And that's because artificial intelligence is being perfected. And I got to tell you guys, it's going to get better and better and better. And in my opinion, this is just my gut feeling. I've been traveling the world since I was 18 years old. I've lived in 6 different countries and worked in 6 different countries. I was broke, then I was a millionaire, then I was broke again, then I did more traveling, then I made more money again. I have had an extremely colorful life. I have a master's degree in naval engineering. I have another master's degree that I never mentioned in international economics and political sciences. And when I look at the world right now, okay, I would say that you've got maximum 5 years to make your millions and be safe, because after that, it's going to be very, very difficult. Only the people in very special positions are going to be able to make a lot of money. Now, I'm saying this because I know how to screen down a lot of the way the other countries are working, the way the United States is working, the way the laws are structured, although we have an administration right now that is extremely for the entrepreneur, but later on we may run into an administration that it isn't. And consequently, I would say you have about 5 years to make as much money as possible. And if there is one thing that I gotta recommend to you guys, before you make any investment, before you throw any money here, listen, we make 10% on your money. We'd love for you to throw money at this. But what I'm saying is fix your credit. Give us a credit score of 700 and we'll turn you into a multimillionaire in 3 years. A lot of you are dragging your feet on that, although we make it very, very easy for you to come into a credit repair system right now. And we are also going to launch a debt discharge system that is going to turn you guys into rich people practically overnight. I have made some connection lately that are extremely important, and hopefully I can talk about it in the next couple of webinars. But we're launching a debt discharge program that is going to get you free for the rest of your life of any debts. And consequently, we make it as much as possible for the lowest common denominator to fix their credit, get rid of the debt, and have some money to do this stuff and really get to the other side of goodness. And things may change on us. I don't believe we have a lot of time before there is a collapse out there that we're all now going to like. That eventually is going to go away in 10 years and things are going to normalize again. But this world always learns through pain, never through experience. And consequently, that's just my feeling. I read a lot. I watch a lot of documentaries. I'm just that type of person. So that's just my gut feeling. You guys need to go to work. Here's July, okay? You know what? I have people in Italy or in France or in Brazil that say, hey, come on vacation here for a while. We haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, I'd love to jump on a plane and go to Brazil and go listen to some bossa nova and take a stroll on Copacabana Beach. No, I'm here working. I'm here working for a reason. I'm accumulating as much as possible, as fast as possible, because the world is not good, okay? Look at what Russia's doing, for crying sake, putting brand new missiles into a NATO country. A NATO country is now buying arms from Russia. There is a breakdown that's about to happen that really bothers me. Anyway, this is this is what you can expect from this program with a little minimal referral effort, which we can help you. We are available for Zooms. You have Luigi, you have John Kinea, you have a lot of people to help you. If you're not good at referral, all you got to do is plug them into video, plug them into us, plug them into these webinars. We make so much available for you. That should be pretty easy for you to actually do it, okay? Now, here's the thing. Let me give you the final bullets. There are no package to buy. There are no membership fees. There are no monthly ownership, no contracts. You can withdraw anytime. You can earn passively without sponsoring. Cloud Token generates revenues for arbitrage and trading. Arbitrage and trading, because they're two different sciences. And the token has the potential to increase value 100-fold over the next 12 months. In other words, this token that is about 47 cents right now, it can go to $47. And if that happens, how many cloud tokens do you want to have that can be transferred into US dollars? Having said that, guys, I'm gonna stop sharing screen, and I'm gonna go to see if we can get John Kinea here. Is John around? John, if you're here, can you unmute your mic and come on?
Ricardo, how are you?
Hey, good. How you doing?
Hey, we've also got Luigi as well. So
okay, great. Well, you guys come on, because I've been rambling on here since the last 30 minutes, and it's about that you guys give us a little bit of your experience. I know you guys got into it before me. I appreciate you sharing it with me. You know, John can tell you, he's right here, okay? John always puts programs when he finds them. And how many times I said, no, yeah, it looks good, but not quite. But when I saw this one, I jumped in, right? Because John is really a great researcher. He's got more time than me, and he does a lot of research. But when I saw this one, I felt it. And I'm not doing this with my greed feeling, because when I do it by greed, I always lose. I'm doing this from the heart. I really have something that tells me that this program is a super winner, and we have so many other things happen. We have the funding, we have the Forex. I appreciate all that, but this is something not to miss. Now, John has done a lot of due diligence with Luigi's. Guys, come on and let us have your mind.
So first of all, Ricardo, thanks very much for having us. Greatly appreciated. I was listening, and you sounded fantastic. I especially appreciate the spreadsheet. But there was something that you said after the spreadsheet that really caught my attention, and that was the window that you're recommending people really take an aggressive approach to creating at least financial security for themselves. Because we know with the housing collapse in 2008, and just a tiny bit of a backstory. I just finished a $5 million condo build. The last nail was driven into the building in August of 2008. And I ended up having to carry about a $4 million construction loan because nothing was selling. And had I not created these types of income sources for myself, it would have been devastating, to say the least. And so that really affected a lot of people. But I think the one that we have coming up next is going to make that look like a bit of a day off of school. So I think we really do need to prepare ourselves. And the other thing that everyone needs to pay attention to is when markets go flat, cash is king. And so what ends up happening after we experience a really rough collapse for 12 months, there are opportunities to get anything that you want, anything, at fire sale prices if you have cash. So by following the instructions and all of the mechanisms that Ricardo's laying out for you, you could put yourself in an extraordinary position for the golden years or the second half of your working life. So maybe if we could why don't we take 5 minutes, because we've seen the presentation many times. Many people have watched the videos and they've been doing their own due diligence. We have an opportunity to hear someone that talks to corporate on an almost daily basis. Yeah. Luigi, could you give us maybe just 5 minutes of the most impressive things that you've heard from corporate so far?
Absolutely. Thanks for having me on. By the way, Mr. Ricardo, you did a marvelous presentation. I love your format. I also love your vision and your knowledge on life in general. Even though I'm making some serious income every day with this opportunity, I've learned a couple of things on what you said, and I've already known a little bit of what's happening in the near future, that you seem to have a little bit more knowledge on that part of it. What I do know is the crypto, like when you're looking at making money, there are many avenues of making money. We all understand that. But crypto has to be by far the most lucrative way of making any kind of income, that's for sure. The problem with crypto is that since it's the most lucrative way of making money, guess what happens? Well, yeah, all the scammers, the Ponzi's, and all the money games are all attracted to it. So that's where it becomes delicate, is finding the right opportunity. And for me, the right opportunity is not complicated. You have to be transparent, meaning that if you're trading my money, I want to see, is it true? First of all. Number two, if the price of the token, like it went from 30 cents to 47 cents, that's a 56% increase. How do you get to that point? Well, that happens with the reserve funds. So can I see the reserve funds? So when you show me the trades and you show me the reserve funds, well, then I believe you, or else I don't believe you. I've been burnt enough times, like Ricardo, like John, like we've been through the words, and we don't believe it anymore. It has to be transparent. If it's not transparent, don't do it. Don't put your money in it. Don't just believe people. It's sad, but a lot of people get taken advantage of. Why am I close to corporate? Can I share my screen?
Yeah, please. Absolutely.
So I'm going to share my screen right here. I'm going to show you how close I am to corporate, because this company is all about Ronald A. And Ronald A is the CTO of BitBeta, which is a well-renowned company in Asia. It's a technology company, pretty much about payment processors and a lot of technology, and it's really respected. Now, Ronald A is also the CTO of Cloud Token. Now, I'm going to take out a picture right here to show you something. This picture here is Ronald A on the 26th of July, this month. We're talking about in 10 days. I'm going to be Luigi Bruni, is going to be live with Ronald A on stage. So that just shows you how close I am to Ronald A. And Ronald A is the person in Cloud Token. I mean, if you want to know what Cloud Token is, it's Ronald A. So I went to supper with him. I've met him personally on many trips. And now I'm even doing live events with Ronald. So it just means that John is working directly with me and with Ricardo. And anybody working with Ricardo is directly tied to us and corporate. So that's how close we are to corporate, everybody. We're really plugged. So anything that happens in the community, we have direct contact. We don't have to go through support, number one. Number two, why Cloud Token, other wallets? Well, it's very simple. Transparency. The live trades, we have a video on it. If you want to see the live trades, first of all, we all know that on the app, you can see the live trades. But you can also go verify on Binance to see the trades if they correspond, number one. Number two, the reserve funds. I want to talk about that just 1 second here. This is tokenomics, okay? We have to understand, how does the price go from 30 cents to 47 cents? Well, it's very easy. They use our money to trade with, and the money that's extra, they put that in the reserve fund. So there's two funds. One fund is for the money for the trading in the Jarvis that we all give the company, and the other fund is the reserve funds where the extra money goes in. So basically, if everybody today were to take out their initial, because we all know that our money is not trapped. There's no contract. There's no 6 months you have to leave it there. No, your money is yours. You can take out your initial deposit when you want. So if everybody were to take out their money today, how much is Cloud Token at to be able to pay everybody? Well, today, if everybody took their money out, it would be 47 cents. So then you look at Cloud Token, you say, okay, it went up 56% in not only 6 weeks, which is not bad, eh? Well, you've seen nothing yet, because in the month of August, September, we're going to have a big event in Malaysia. It's going to be a celebration event. This is not an ordinary event. This is when Cloud Token is going to deliver the product. See, Cloud Token is not a security token. It's a utility token. And we have to understand that there's a project behind it. Now that we know that it's legit, now that we know that it's transparent, that they're really doing trading and the reserve funds, now that we understand all that, the next thing I want to share with you is some exciting news. Because in August, September, we're going to have an e-commerce platform on the app where you can actually buy things online, and the profits from that are going to be put in the reserve funds, number one. Now, what does it mean if you put profits in the reserve funds? It means that Cloud Token is going to go up even faster after October, September. Number two, We're going to have transport, you know, a travel portal for flights, hotels, and all. Same thing. Money from the profits are going to be put in the reserve funds. So another second income. Besides the trading, now we're at 3 incomes that are going to be in it. There's another one also going to be added, is the credit debit card that'll be given to C1 and aboves right away. And we'll see after if it goes to mainstream to everybody. That so far it's going C5 all the way down to C1s. Now this credit card, all the fees attached to it, just so you understand, listen, you can all convert your CTOs to Ethereum and cash out. You can all buy online, everything. It's just that C1s and C5s are going to have the special privilege of having a card. Now, this card, all the fees that are attached to it are also going to be added to the reserve fund. So now we're going to have 4 income streams in September beginning that'll be bringing the price of Cloud Token higher. So what we've seen so far, you can add 2 times, 3 times the speed afterwards easily. Here to Christmas, we're going to see a nice little price on Cloud Token. There's a last puzzle, also last thing that's going to be added is a VIP. VIP because you know that there's some people that have lots of money. It's surprising, eh? Even though sometimes you talk to people, you say, you want to put money in this project? They say, yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe at $500, $1,000. Then you turn around, you see that they put $10,000. I thought you were broke. Listen, when people believe in something and they trust something, some people have more money than we think, eh? But it's okay. So what we're going to be doing for the VIP, because there's some people that have millions of dollars. For them, $1 million is like for us $1,000. So these people that have millions of dollars are going to be able to trade on their platform using the software from Ronald, CTO, our technology, and we'll be trading on their platform. So they hold the private keys and everything. And basically, they're going to be able to easily make 25 to 30% income with our software easily. And 20% of that income is going to be put into the reserve pool. Another thing that's going to be bringing us up. So after October, after August, September, everybody, we're going to see a nice increase in Cloud Token. So the timing right now is like, wow, we're really at the beginning. Another thing that I'd like to also share is, you know, like John is not somebody who gets excited very easily on projects, especially in crypto. But when I shared this with John and I told him, listen, I'm making $1,000 a day, $2,000 a day, he said, oh, well, yeah, that's cool. When I reached out to him after a couple of weeks and I said, listen, John, I'm making $5,000 a day. Well, then you wanted to know why, because it's not easy to make $5,000 and more a day, right? Especially not in skincare, healthcare, potion, lotions, vitamins. We're not going to make those kind of returns that easily. And there's also another thing. In all the other networking companies, in all the other niches, all the other domains, when you have to pay an auto ship or a monthly auto ship every month, the problem with that is very simple. Is that you go to a presentation, the people get excited. They're told that, listen, you buy this package at $500, $1,000, $2,000. It's very easy. Then you have an auto ship of $100 to $200 every month to be active, to get paid on the compensation plan. Now the person is all excited. They get back home. They call their sister, their mother, their brother-in-law. They get 3 no's. They're dead. They're back on their floor, and it's finished. Now what happens? They pay 1 month, 2 months. On the 3rd month, they're gone. And this is the story over and over. So you build a network. You lose 70% of your people. You build it again, you lose 70%. After a while, what happens, even us who are hard workers and we're hard to bring down, we also give up after a while. And that's the story of my life for many, many, many years. I'm 54 years old. I started at 25, and I've never had success like I'm having now. It was so bad 6 months ago that I'm not going to get into it, but this is the serious truth. John knows, and all my personal friends can testify to this. I lost my job 6 months ago, and I got home after losing my job. It was a very good job because I was always on the phone, eh? And my boss said, you know, what are you always doing on the phone? Well, I'm trying to sell cars, you know, but after 2-3 months on the phone, he said, look, you're always on the phone, but you're not selling any cars. So he says, you must be doing something else. That's when I told him that I'm working online, and he says I was wasting my time, that I knew that you could make money online. He just didn't believe it. So he kicked me out. I got home. My wife that I've been with for 15 years, she saw me come home at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and she says, what are you doing home at 2 o'clock? I said, well, I lost my job, baby. Well, she says, you can get out of the house too. So she kicked me out of her life. I lost my job and my wife on the same day, everybody. And this is not a joke, but I'm telling over 100 people here today. And with all honesty, I lost both of them. It's funny because life gave me this success after I finally lost everything. That's when I had this success. So, you know, never give up on your dreams. Never give up on, it's never too late. You're never too old. I'm 54 years old. I lost everything and I still succeeded at 54. So I hope that motivates some people to say that it's never too late. Now, how much am I making today? Let me show you how much I'm making today, so you can get a good grip on it. Like I could share my screen here, but here, I'll just show you a screenshot from 2 days ago so you can understand. Basically, we're paid every day in cloud tokens, okay? Every day you're paid. So whether it's your personal deposit, like Ricardo has been saying, we're paid between 7% to 12% every month. Now, between 6 to 12, it can be 7%, 8%, 9%. But remember one thing, what you're making, even if it was 7 or 8%, let's just round it off at 10% because it's easy to calculate. So example, 1 month ago when we launched, it was at 30 cents. 1 month ago. So we haven't been in business a long time. 1 month ago, if you would have put $1,000 in cloud token at 10%, you would have been making $100 every month. Now the $100 every month, you're paid every day. So $100 divided by 31 days is $3 and something every day. Now that $3 and something every day, you are paid in cloud tokens. Why in cloud tokens? Well, because your cloud tokens are money. You can convert your cloud tokens to Ethereum and cash it out every day. So it's just like a monopoly money that they're using to be able to switch, the wealth back and forth, but it's actually money. Now, people 1 month ago that were getting paid $3.33 every day, divided by cloud tokens at 30 cents. So they were making, let's say, 8, 9, 10 cloud tokens every day, right? Well, guess what? All those people 1 month ago that were making 10 cloud tokens every day at 30 cents, they could all sell them right day today at 47 cents. So what it means is that your 6, 7, 8, 9, 10% that you're making a month is actually an amount that's always growing. So it's like you're making a percentage every month that is always growing. Pretty cool, eh? Now, why am I saying that? I'm saying that because imagine everybody that joins you in your network. They have no monthly auto ship to pay. They're making between 7 to 12% every month. Plus that 7, 12% every month is growing every month. What does that mean? It means that nobody quits. Nobody quits this network. Isn't that amazing? So imagine building a network where nobody's quitting on you. Can you imagine what it does? Well, here's the result after 2 months. This is 2 months. From 0 to hero in 2 months. Pretty cool, eh? Now, I'm not the best of marketers. I'm not even half of what John is. In capacity and knowledge. But I have focus, I have drive, and I have a burning desire. When you have a burning desire and you've been put to the ground many times in your life, and you know what it is not to have money, trust me, when you find a way, you're going to make it happen. And you can make it happen now because if you listen to Ricardo and you listen to John and you listen to what might be happening to the world in the next couple of years, I say it's time to start accumulating money. You just need the right vehicle. You need the right program, and you need something where it's maybe transparent that'll be around long enough to make some money. And this is what we found in Cloud Token. This is the 9th of July. Every day you get paid. So if you look at the 9th of July share returns, I'm making 5,870 Cloud Tokens every day for my share returns. What are my share returns? That is the matching bonus, the 21 levels that we're getting paid for sharing this. 21 levels, imagine. Pretty amazing, eh? Now, 21 levels, you're going to say, oh my God, how much they're paying all that money? They can't arrive. No, they could arrive because 21 levels, actually, there's about 25 to 30% payout, which is, it's okay because the trading is bringing in more than 25, 30% a month, my friends. So they have plenty of money. So on the 9th of July, I make 5,870 Cloud Tokens every day. On the 9th of July, you can see another one here, which is 6.69. So 6 Cloud Tokens every day. That is my personal deposit. So that's $1,000. I put $1,000 in Cloud. Well, actually, I put less than that. I started 2 months ago. I put $600 because remember, I was broke. I lost my job. My wife kicked me out. I didn't have any money. So I put $600, but now my Bitcoin has doubled because the value of Bitcoin has gone up. So I have like $1,000 in my project. So my $1,000 is bringing me in 6 Cloud Tokens every day. That's not where I'm making my money, eh? Of course not. But it's still good because if I sit on it and I accumulate all these Cloud Tokens, even in my personal, you can make some serious money when it goes to $5, $10, and $20. Absolutely. And that's why everybody's staying, because even the person who's not building can actually expect to make some very good money in the next 6 or 12 months, number one. But for the people that share it, you can make millions. The people that just deposit and sit on it will make a lot of money. But the people that share it, are going to make millions. That's the difference here. Now, if you look at the last one here on the 9th of July, community payout, this is for my rank advancement. So meaning that as you look in cloud, not only are you paid on 21 levels, but you also have C1 rank, C2, C3, C4, and C5. When you're a C1, you're making about $200 a day. When you get to C2, which I was a C2 last week, by the way, I was C2, I was making $4,000 because at C2, you're making between $1,000 to $4,000 every day. I fell C3 on the 9th of July. This is the first day. That's why I took a screenshot. I was freaking out to see this kind of money. So from $4,000 a day, C2, I became a C3. It went to almost $10,000 a day because if you look at 20,000 total here times 47 cents, do the math. It's $9,400 US, not Canadian. That's like almost 13,000 Canadian dollars a day. Pretty amazing. Now imagine, not only am I getting 13,000 Canadian dollars every day, but I'm getting paid in cloud tokens that are also going up in value. Now, what am I doing? I'm playing it smart. Of course, I'm taking part of it out every day, and I'm putting it in other investments like everybody should do. And I'm also leaving part of it in cloud token because I know that cloud token might be able to have a very good return in the next 6 or 12 months, right? So that's your risk management, right? Any type of thing. So basically, I'm just going to end it on this. When somebody shows you a good opportunity, we've heard this before, right? Even if you don't understand it, but you know the people behind the project, you know Ricardo, you know John, or you've heard my story, or you trust the people behind the project, just get started and learn along the way because this is by far the easiest, most lucrative program I've ever done in 25 years. And even if John has done many projects in his life, and he's had success, some very, very, very good successes in some of his projects, I'm sure that he finds that this could be one of the easiest and most lucrative too that he'll be doing in his life too. So with that, I'm going to end it. Thank you very much for having me on, Mr. Ricardo. I spoke to the other day. You're somebody that I'm looking forward to working with even more. I know that now you're a little bit more focused on it. You were a couple of weeks, you were looking at it. You did your homework. Now you saw the vision. Now you're all steams ahead. And I'd like to work a little bit more collaboratively. I'm sorry if I wasn't on at the very beginning, but I was running left and right. And next time, it's a promise. It's a promise. I'll give you all my money if you're not there at the beginning. Is that a deal?
Luciano, I appreciate it. By the way, Luciano is a friend of mine and I didn't know him before Cloud Token, but I'm from Milano. He's from Ascoli Piceno. And
we're paisanos.
Yes, and him and I speak Italian all the time, and we're not going to do that now to confuse you. But it's nice to have a paisano on the team. But listen, I want to congratulate you. You know, I know what it is to be broke, and you're the perfect example of when preparation meets opportunity. When failure build it up in experience, and now the right thing comes along. And bang, you're popping 13 grand a day.
And the best part is that everything that we've done in our lives, you know, all these deceptions, all these failures that we've been living through, you say, what? I mean, please, why, God, why? And you know what? All these deceptions, all these failures have made you who you are today. And all these people you've met through all these failures, they're all my business partners now. So it's like it's magic. Yes, Ricardo. So never give up on your dreams. That's what it means, baby.
Absolutely. So let's open up for a couple of questions for the sake of transparency. And you guys, you can open up your mic and ask questions to me or Luciano or John. Go ahead and do that. If there is anything on your mind or problems that you have or whatever, this is the time. Okay. Well, nobody has any questions. So
you have some hands that are raised on the side. You have hands that are raised. You have two hands.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, guys, you got to click on your mic and get rid of the red line so we can hear you.
How do I get started?
There you go. Yeah. Call back the person that invited you. They're going to give you a 10-digit number, and then you go to cloudtokeninstructions.com, download the instruction sheet, and you're in. You got the wallet, and then you load it.
I know that John has a instruction sheet, so does Ricardo, and I just finished today. I'll send it to John and to you also if you want to use it. We just did 3 videos today, very short, very nice, not too much information. 3 videos on how to do everything, how to set up your wallet with your Google Authenticator, how to fund your account, and how to start the Jarvis. So in case you want them,
fire those off to Ricardo, and he'll add them to his instruction sheet.
Okay, I'll send you the 3. I'll send you the videos, Ricardo.
Great, videos are great, and also when you set up your passwords and your mnemonic phrases and all of that, guys, please write them down and don't lose them, because the company is growing fast, customer service is hard to get, and although John and Luigi are very good at reaching out, if we can avoid it, it would be really, really great. Please write things down. If you're technically challenged, we understand. Friends us on Facebook, and then ask us to go to Cloud Token Ferrari, because that's where our tech support group is. We don't use that group to kind of socialize and turn it into the online fanfare, just for technical support, concentrate in building rather than talking on Facebook, okay? So that's my suggestion. Anyone else with questions?
Hello, Ricardo.
Hi, Daniel.
Hey, I have a quick question. I know that only people who has a C1 ranking only have the credit MasterCard. I just want to know if, let's say we don't have that rank yet, is it possible to have like a big win MasterCard?
I'll answer that question. Thanks for asking, Danielle. I know that it's hard to understand for some people, but I found out the reason this week is to be able to get the card MasterCard associated with cloud. MasterCard is not a company that's crypto friendly. It's not easy. They had to, Cloud Token had to put $130 million down account on deposit. So it means that they have to pre-fund each card with a certain amount of money. So it means that if you look at the company structure, this is without, it's not to like to put in any way, oh, you're not important. Everybody's important. But people that are C0s, meaning that people that are starting, that only have a couple of hundred cloud tokens on their wallet, or $1,000 or $2,000, it's not worth giving a card pre-funded to all those members. That's why they're talking about like C5s to C2s and adding C1s. It's just for the logic side of it, okay? But it doesn't mean that nobody can use all the products, because everybody will be able to use the products anyways on the phone. And second of all, the card is going to be nice, you know, because yes, I agree that to have the card, to be able to convert your CTOs to cash and to be able to buy directly with it is easier than having to go the other way around, because we can all still do it. I'm doing it now. I'm taking my CTOs, I'm converting them to Ethereum on my phone on the same app. I'm cashing out the Ethereum. So yes, it's because there's a couple of steps that you have to do more, but at the end of the day, it comes to the same thing. So I hope that answers your question, Danielle, the reason why that.
Okay, sounds good. Because I know some friends, the world of Bitcoin and all the cryptocurrency is so complicated for them, you know. So if you can actually make them make the process even easier for them to cash out of the cash.
Absolutely.
That would be very good. No?
It's a great point, Daniel. And listen, one more thing we'll add just to Luigi's answer to that question. Just make sure it's crystal clear for you on how to get to C1 and everyone on the call. Really what it is from you down, it's anyone that's connected directly or indirectly to you, totaling $200,000 worth of cryptocurrency being traded in the AI, which can actually sneak up on you pretty quickly on accumulating. It doesn't matter whether that's from one line of lineage or 20 lines of lineage, 20 directs or one direct. So the cards will become available to everyone over time. But when they're first released, as Luigi mentioned, they'll do the Cloud 1, Cloud 2, Cloud 3, and up ranks first.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Daniel. Anyone else with questions, please? Please unmute your mic and ask your questions.
What are your suggestions or advice in getting others to join?
Because first thing that I would recommend, just a moment ago when Ricardo said join Cloud Token Ferrari through Facebook Messenger. Did you remember? Did you hear when he had said that just about 5 minutes ago?
Yes.
Okay, great. So that would be the first thing I would recommend you to do. And then in that environment, personal message me once you're in that Facebook group, and I'll give you all different kinds of marketing tools that we have to make it really easy to share this. And for everyone who's kind of on the fence, considering this, like Ricardo was a month ago and I was a month and a half ago, one of the things that I will tell you, if you have experience in marketing anything in the past, and it's one of those things that maybe doesn't come natural to you, one of the advantages with this particular platform is we get to give away the application for free. So we can say to our friends, hey, listen, do me a favor, take 5 minutes, download this app. I'm going to give you a referral link, and I'm going to send you a little 5-minute video and show you how the app works. If you like the features, you can use it. If you don't like the features, forget about it. And that's a really easy way to help them take that first step. There's no cost to them. They get an opportunity to kick the tires on it and play around with the features. And then, of course, as soon as they realize that this is a conduit to a very effective AI, well, they probably will then want that AI working for them.
I have a question for Luigi. Luigi, I was told that you're using a marketing system. Is there anything that you can share on that?
Yes, well, I have a marketing system, and I know that John also created something for some of his teams. I'm not sure. I have a marketing system that's it's an affiliate program that has everything included. It has the autoresponder. It has the capture page, landing pages. Like all the videos that I have in my marketing system, I'm ready to give them out. So if anybody else has, because there's many people that have different marketing systems, okay, out there. That if you need my videos, like I have a video for the presentation, I have a video for how to do it, like everything. We just made 3 new videos. One is how to set up the app, and what John said, very important, is because when you set up the app, it's okay. First of all, another good thing I want to mention before I forget it is we are on the Google App Store and we're on the iPhone App Store. Now, anybody that knows anything about Apple, it's not just any company that gets on the Apple Store. Trust me. Okay, especially not in crypto. So we're on both those platforms, so you can download the app. Once the app is downloaded, I have a video on exactly what you need to do and all the passwords that Ricardo was mentioning, exactly step by step on writing them down, not taking a screenshot, because what happens is this: if you ever lose your phone, well, guess what? Your screenshot is on your phone. So you want to take a pen and a piece of paper and write down all these passwords. Another thing is on that first video, we also show you how to set up the Google Authenticator, because the Google Authenticator is what makes it safe so nobody goes to your phone, hacks you, and steals all your money. So now the Google Authenticator, there's another password that's called the private key. It's a long, long private key. Now this private key, you also need to write it down, because if you lose your phone and you want to withdraw money, if you don't have your private key to install the Google Authenticator on your new phone, you're screwed. So everything that's important, I made a video on that. I expressed it like, we made a video on that. We had to make it because too many people were making little mistakes like that. So we made a video on how to set up the phone exactly the right way. Then after, we made another video on how to fund your account, because you have to fund it. And we made a third video on how to start the Jarvis. Another thing I want to mention also, we saw that crypto was at $13,000 2 days ago. It went down to $10,000. So it lost almost 25%, if not more. So guess what happened to all the people that joined at $600 yesterday and the day before? Well, yes, a lot of the people fell under $500, okay? And when you fall under $500, what it means is that you're still paid on your return. Your personal money, you're still paid on that. You don't lose that. That you're not paid on your team. And also you're not paid on all those people. So what we're telling people now is this: everybody needs to start at $1,000, okay? Now, if you don't why? Because it's just, listen, crypto is volatile. If you don't I like crypto. I like it because you could put $1,000 and your crypto can go to 2,000. And you know what? You make even more cloud tokens. But if you don't like that kind of stress, you just have to join with USDT. If you just want, wait a second. So if you don't like that kind of stress, okay, you can join with USDT and you just put $600 or $550 and it's going to be stable. So these are things that Ricardo and John can teach you. So, but basically, yes, start with $1,000 or more so you don't have to stress about going under. And if you don't want to stress, we'll start with USDT. And I have 3 videos. I'll send them to you, Ricardo, and I'll send them to you, John. And if anybody has any marketing system, I have also the testimonial video, also PowerPoint presentation video. So you can use that on any marketing system. I'll share you what I have, Ricardo, and John will share you what he has. And
I want to answer that lady question in one sentence. Very simple track on how to do this. Invite people to these webinars. That's all I do. I invite people to this webinar. I don't have a sophisticated marketing system. I have built multi-million-dollar businesses several times on Facebook for free by inviting people to webinars.
Yes.
Now, we can get more sophisticated in that and make it more confusing. And some people are good at marketing. They have capture pages and they know how to advertise. Now we're going into non-duplicatable complications. Invite people to webinars, use our knowledge. We've been around a long time, very successfully. Do that and you'll be successful as well. Let's leave it at that for now. We're going to do this often because obviously we're onto this. I'm also the CEO of Credit Star Funding, so I do a lot of other things, but I'm putting effort here as well because I definitely see the value. Luigi, I appreciate it. John, I appreciate it. And all of you, more than 130 tonight on this line. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Good night.
The economy crash, something happening